Hey everyone, it's Sav here. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make crab rangoon. For the filling, you will need 2 8-ounce blocks of softened cream cheese, 1 cup of lump crab meat, or you can sub for imitation crab, 2 scallions, green parts only, 2 to 3 slices of finely chopped turkey bacon, and finally I'm using about 4 tablespoons of this sweet chili sauce. This is the brand that I like to use. I figured people use it to dip these in, why not put it in the actual filling? You'll also need 2 pinches of salt, and here's a brand of wonton wrappers that I like to use. First, I'll add in my 2 pinches of salt. Next goes all of my lump crab meat. Then goes my green onions and also all of my turkey bacon. And finally, in goes my sweet chili sauce. You want to mix this all together very well. If you need to, don't be afraid to get in there with your hands. So this is looking pretty good. I'm going to place a piece of saran wrap over the top of this, put it in the fridge, and let it sit overnight to allow the flavors to come together. If you don't have overnight, you want to leave it for at least 2 hours. Time to assemble. To start off, I do have my unused wrappers underneath a clean dish towel to prevent them from drying out. Start off with 1. Before I put about 1 tablespoon of filling onto the middle of my wrapper, I'm going to coat the outer edges with a little bit of egg wash. This is 1 egg white plus a little bit of water. Into the center of my wrapper, I'm going to add a tablespoon of filling, and here's where I don't really know how to explain this, so I'm going to bring 2 sides together, and I'm just going to connect it up at the top. There's going to be a center point, and you want to bring the other 2 points right up to meet in the middle. I have no idea how to explain this, so sometimes you just need to watch the video and learn, because I don't know, I'm kind of confusing myself right now. So now I'm bringing up the other point to meet in the middle. It's going to look like a 3D triangle, and now we're just going to make sure that there's no air bubbles. This is so it doesn't kind of explode and expand too much. So you want to make sure it's nice and tight. You want to squeeze, tighten, and seal to make sure that there are no holes so that the filling stays nice and put. This is why I do recommend using the egg wash, because some people just use water, but for me, if I use just water, the filling just ends up spilling out into the oil, which I do not like. So just continue with the rest until you're done. They are going to look something like this. Now these are ready to fry up. I'm going to show you guys my method. This is kind of the easy peasy way. I have some vegetable oil here on medium-high heat. I dipped in the end of a chopstick, and all the bubbles that formed around it tells me that the oil is nice and hot. So now I'm going to carefully drop in my wontons. Depending on the size of your pot, I'm going to do about 7 at a time because I do not want to overcrowd these, and these are going to cook super fast. I would say 3 to 4 minutes tops, especially if the oil is nice and hot. So these will begin to come up to the surface. You will see that the wonton wrapper will start to bubble. If you hear really like a lot of the crackling sound, that means that your filling is starting to seep out of the wrappers, which is okay. That tells me that, you know, my wontons are almost done. Once these start to float to the surface, I like to try to evenly brown these, so I will occasionally go in there and take a pair of chopsticks or a pair of tongs, and I will individually submerge these underneath the oil for about like 15 to 20 seconds. After about 4 minutes, these should be lightly golden brown. It doesn't have to be perfectly brown, and go ahead and remove these and place these on a plate lined with a paper towel. Please allow for these to cool down a bit before eating. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.